Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1-1 of May-June 2012. Let's go on to question number 1. So part A, on the diagram below, shade two more squares to make a pattern that has a rotational symmetry of order 2. So order 2 is 360 divided by order 2, that will be 180 degrees. It means that if I rotate this by 180, it needs to have the same shape as before. So let's observe. So here what do we have? So on this side we have 2 squares up and 1 down. So 2 square, 1 down. If you rotate this by 180, it needs to have 2 up, which is this is missing, and 1 down. So those are the 2 squares that need to be. So as you can see, if you go back to the first image, you have 2 squares up and 1 down. And if you rotate this by 180, you have 2 squares up and 1 down. So yep, that's the 2 squares you need to draw. Now part B, shade 2 more squares to make a pattern that has 1 line of symmetry. So it's the same for the both, but we just now have to shade 2 more to have 1 line of symmetry. So how can we shade these 2 squares? So same thing. If I shade this side, so this is a square. Square have 4 lines of symmetry. Usually it is here. So if you have this line here, you have to shade more than 2 squares. If you have here, you have to shade more than 2. And if you have here, you have to shade just 1. So it's not good. So the only option left will be this line. So for this line we have to shade 2. It means that we have to shade this one. So let's observe this one. So this will become this, and this will becomes this. There you go. So those are the 2 squares that I need to shade to have 1 line of symmetry in this direction. So this becomes this becomes this, and this is half-half. That is my answer for part B. So for those 2 questions, honestly, you just have to observe and try your best to play with the shape and find the required image. So that's the only way to do these kind of questions. Now moving on to part 2, we have A, evaluate this. So again, when we have plus, we have minus times plus, we have to first use the BODMAS. So we first have to do multiplication. So here we have 5 times 4 will be 20. So 8 plus, so let's do this one. 8 minus 20 will be minus 16 plus 3. That will be minus 13. Answer here will be minus 13. So now part B, express this as a percentage of 1. So we have to do 1.03 divided by 1 times 100. That becomes 103%. So that was question number 2. Moving on to question number 3. The diagram shows the fuel gauge in Abid's car. So this is the meter for the car. It is, here we have 0, 1/4. So this will be 1/8, and this will be okay. This is all the section of this gauge. Now the tank contains 50 liters when it's full. So when the value is 1, it is 50. So 1 is equal to 50 liters. Estimate the number of liters in the tank. So right now, the value is 3/8 is equal to 50 divided by 1 times 3/8. So let's find out. Divide by 2. We have 4. 25 25 times 3, that will be 75 divided by 4, be about 1, 3 remaining. We have 8, we have 32, 3, that will be 7. So about 18.7 liters in the tank. It says estimate, so it doesn't need to be exact value. So this will be about how much we have in the tank right now. Now part B, the diagram shows the fuel gauge in Ben's car. So draw an arrow in the gauge to indicate the tank at this much full. So what is this much full? So we know that 1 represents 8 over 8, which is here. What is 4 over 5 represent? It will be 8 over 8 times 4 over 5. Now becomes, let's find, so 1, 2, becomes 8 over 10. So it's just a fraction, so let's count. How many sections we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections. Now 8 sections represents 1, so 8 sections. So 1 represents 8 sections. So now what does 4 over 5 sections represent? 8 times 4 over 5. So divide, so that will be 32 divided by 5. That will be 6 point 2 remains, that will be 4, 6.4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. 6.4 will be about here. So let's draw the arrow here. You will find the will be about here. Now for part 4, factorize completely part A. So what is common? 3 is common and x squared is common. So we have 4 minus 5x. Now for this one, we have to factorize. So we have x squared, it is x times x, and 6 will be 3 times 2. So forget minus 1, we have to minus 3 plus 2. Moving on to question number 5. An empty lorry has a mass of 4.3 tons. Correct to nearest tenth of a ton. This much of a tenth, right? What is the lower bound mass of the empty lorry? So let's do that. So measurement plus minus 0.1 divided by 2. That will be 4.35 and 4.25. So lower bound will be 4.25 tons. Now part B. The total mass of the lorry and its load is 6.8 tons. Correct to the nearest tenth, again tenth of a ton. Find the upper bound of the mass of the load. So how would you find the mass of the load? Usually you would take the total mass minus the mass of the lorry. And you have to find the maximum value. So you will take the maximum total minus the minimum to find the maximum of this mass. So let's find this and this. What is the maximum of the total weight? So let's find out. This will be plus minus 0.1 by 2, 6.85 and 6.75. So max will be 6.85, minimum will be 4.25. So let's do that. We have 0, 6 and 2, so 2.60 will be your answer. Now part 6. Given that pi is equal to this value, find the difference between 22 over 7 and pi. Correct to 2SF figures. Show your working. So what is this? 22 over 7. We can divide 1. We have 3. We have 1. We have 1. 3. We have 4. we have what else? So this will give me 4 times 2 again. 2 will be 2, 0, and then we will have 2 times 14 is 2 times 4 is 14, so 6 remains. That will be 7 times 8, 56, and 4 remains. 7 times 5, 35, 50. 7 times 6, 42. So 8. So I will just write this last one, 7 times 9. That's it. So as you can see, it starts to be different after this point. So here is different than here. So let's write this down. Pi is equal to 3.141592654, right? So now this one is equal to 3.1428569. As you can see, these three are the same, but after that, this and this are different. So we have to find the difference correct to 2SF. So let's write this number down to 2SF. I mean this remaining number down, because this 2 will be cancelled out anyways. So let's run this 2 correct to 2SF. So first one will be 0.0016, and this one will be 0.00. That will be 29. So what is the difference between those two numbers? 0.0016. That will be 310010. So your answer will be 0.0013, correct to 2SF. 0.0013. That will be question number 6. Question number 7. Jane puts red balloons and some blue balloons into a bag. The ratio of red to blue is 3 to 4. So red and blue is 3 to 4, the ratio. So in total we have 7 shares. So it says there are 84 balloons in the bag, which means 7 shares represents 84 balloons. How many blue balloons is 4? So 4 equal to 84 divided by 7 times 4. So let's try to find out. So that'll be 1, 2, 48. It means that we have 48 balloons in the bag which are blue. So 48. Now part B. At a party, the ratio of the boys to girls, so boys is B, girls G, 5 to 4. In total we have 9 shares. There are 40 boys at the party. It means that 5 boys equal to 40. So what is the total number, which is 9? 9 will be 40 divided by 5 times 9. Simplify. 8 times 9 is 72. So they have 72 persons at the party. Now question number 8. These two triangles are congruent. Congruent means the same. Everything is the same. Now the length are in centimeters. We have to find the value of m and n. So as you can see, m is opposite side of the angle 46. So here angle 46 is 9. So which means m is 9. Now we have to observe we have angle 61 here. So where should be angle 61? Will be this one. Or you can just do 180 minus this 2. You will get 61. Now 61's opposite will have 11. So same thing. This should be 11. So value of m will be 9. N will be 11. Question number 9. Buses following route A leaves the bus station every 5 minutes. Now buses following route B leaves the bus every 6 minutes. Now the buses following route C leave the bus every 9 minutes. The 3 buses following routes A, B, and C leave together at 1 a.m. What is the next time when the buses follow all 3 routes leave the station together? So for route A, it is every 5. For route B, it is every 6. For route C, it is every 9. Sorry, 9. So 5 is usually 1 times 5. 6, it is 2 times 3. 9 is 3 times 3. So we have to find the LCM of those three numbers. So how do you find the LCM? We say we have to find the max of prime factors happening. So here we have prime factors 2, 3, and 5, right? So where is the maximum? So 5, so 2 happens here the most, so 2. 3 happens here the most, so 3 times 3. And 5 happen here the most. So let's find out. 2 times 9 is, so let's do this one. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 9 will be 90. So it will take 90 minutes for them to meet again. So what is the next time? So 1 p.m. plus 90 minutes, which is 1 hour and a half. That will be 14:30. So the time will be 14:30 when they meet again. Now question part 10. Solve the simultaneous equation. So you always have two methods to do that. You can do by elimination or you can do with substitution. So here we have 3x plus 5y equal to 0, 3y equal to minus 5x. So x equal to minus 5y divided by 3. Now replace this in the second equation. So 2x is minus 5y divided by 3 minus 3y equal to 19. So times 3 everywhere to get rid of this. It becomes 2 minus 5y minus 9y equal to, what is 19 times 3? That will be 27, 57. So expand, we have minus 10y minus 9y equal to 57. So minus 19y equal to 57. So y equal to minus 3. Now for the value of x will be minus 5 times minus 3 divided by 3. That will be minus 15 divided by 3. Sorry, plus 15. That will be 5. So x will be 5 and y will be minus 3. That will be question number 10. Question number 11. So we have to minus two fractions. So the first thing we see is that the base are different. We have to find the LCM. So 5 times 7. And then we cross multiply. So 3 times 7 minus 2 times 5. 21 minus 10 divided by 35. That will be 11 over 35. Now for part B, we have to first expand those two. So 1 times 3 plus 2 is 5 over 3. Divide by 1 times 4 plus 3. That will be 7 over 4. So we first have to change divide into multiply. So you will have to be 5 over 3 multiply. We flip this side, it becomes 4 over 7. 5 times 4 is 20 over 21. This will be your answer for part B. Now question number 12. From the numbers listed above, write down the prime factor. Prime factor will be 2. As we all know, 2 is a prime factor. Now we have to write a cube number. So cube number, we know 1 times 1 times 1, 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times 3 times 3, and so on. So here we see it is 8. We have 8 here. That will be 8. Now, what is an irrational number? So we know that most square roots are irrational numbers. So we will choose this one as our irrational numbers. Square root of 2. Okay, so that was question number 12. Question number 13. Jill swims length of the swimming pools. The swimming pool is 25 meters long and she swims a total of 1.6 km. So what is km in terms of meter? It will be times 1000 meters. So how many lengths of pool does she swim? So number of lengths will be equal to swim this much divided by 25. Divide by 5, we have 5. That will be 3, 1. 5 again. That will be 6, and 64 lengths she swam. Now part B, Jill swims for 1 hour and 1/4 hours and ends her swim at 11:05. At what time did she begin? So 11:05 minus 1. What is 1/4 hour? 1/4 times 60, that will be 15. Minus 5 minus 5 will be 0. 6, 5, and 9. So your answer will be 9:50. She began swimming. Now, what is average speed in kilometers per hour? So we know that average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. So distance swam, she swam 1.6 km divided by time, she took 1 hour and 1/4. So what is that in terms of decimal? It is 1.25, right? So now if you want to move decimal, you have to move two places as well. Now become 160 divided by 125. Let's divide by 5. That will be 25. 5 will be 312 divided by 5 again. We can times 4. Let's times 4 times 4. The reason I'll do this is because if you times 4 here, you will have 100. And here, if you times 4, you have what? So 8, 12. So it becomes 1.28. So your answer will be 1.28 km per hour. So this will be her average speed, kilometers per hour. Question number 14. Sachin and Zahir play a game of tennis and a game of badminton. So 2 games. The results of the game are of independent and the games cannot be drawn. Okay, can neither win or lose. Now, the chances of Sachin winning is 3/4 of tennis. It means that of Zahir will be 1/4, right, of tennis. Here that badminton, of Zahir winning, let's call it Zahir B for badminton, it will be 3/5, and P for Zahir badminton, that will be 2/5. Now, what are the chances that Sachin wins both games? So wins both tennis and badminton. So tennis will be 3/4 and will be multiplied by 2/5. 1, 2, 3/10. That will be your answer for part A. 3/10. Part B, that Zahir wins just one of the games. So Zahir can win tennis, so ZT, and can lose. So it can win tennis and lose badminton dash, or it can lose tennis and win badminton. So what are the chances that he wins badminton? Tennis, it is 1/4, and lose badminton, it will be 2/5. Now O is plus. What are the chances he loses badminton? No, it's tennis. Tennis will be losing 3/4 because Zahir will win, so Sachin, and then times winning badminton will be 3/5. So you just have to be careful here choosing your percentage, your fractions. Just look at the answers properly and choose the right one. So we have to simplify this. So we have 2/20 plus 9/20. That will be 11/20. Your answer is this. 11/20 for he wins just one of the games. Question number 15. Write in the form of 2 power k. So if you want to change the base of 8 to 2, we know 8 is equal to 2 power 3. So replace this back in this. So we have 2 power 3, that becomes 2 power 9. So 2k, same as this, so 2 power 9. Now evaluate this. So let's have a look. What do we have here? So we have to solve this. So we can take the common factors out. You see we have power 2 here, power 2 here, power 2 here. We can take those out. So let's find the common one out. So on top we have 2 power 10, which is common. And then inside we have 2 remains, so 900 minus 3 divided by 3. And here we have 2 power 8. So what is this minus this? That will be 897 divided by 3 times 2 power 10 over 2 power 8. So let's do the division. That will be a 2, 9, 2, 9. So 299 times 2 power 10 minus 2. That will be 299 times 2, 2, which is 4. So 299 times 4, that will be 36, 39, and 11. So 1196 will be your answer for part B. Now for 16, the profit of a company were $5 million in 2009 and $8 million in 2010. What is the percentage increase in profit? So profit, what is the increase? It will be 8 minus 5 percentage divided by initial, which is 5, times 100. That will be 3 over 5 times 100. That will be 120, 60, 60%. Now for part B, another company had an income of 20 million in 2008. 20 million. In 2009, this income was decreased by 10%. Okay, and in 2010, the income was increased by 15% from 2009. Find the income in 2010. So we have to do one by one. So at first, in 2008, the income was 20 million. Now, in 2009, it was decreased by 10%. So find this new income. 10%, it will be, so at first it is 100%, which is 20 million. So decreased by 20%, it will become 90% of initial amount. That'll be 18 million. So 18 million will be 2009. And then after that, it is increased by 15% from this. So what is 15%? So we have to increase by 15% of the initial amount. That will become, so let's do these two first. So 115 times 18 million. So 5 times 8 will be 40. That will be 12. 1 times 8 will be 8, plus 1 will be 9, 0, 5, 1, 1. So 0, 7, 02. It becomes 2070 divided by 100. That becomes 20.70. So your answer here will be 20.7 million. This is your answer for question number 16. Moving on to question 17. A swarm of locusts contains 40 billion locusts. A billion is 1,000 million. So it will be this times 10 power 6. Write down in standard form the number of locusts in this swamp. So it will be 1.0 times 10 power 9. Now, part 2. Each locust eats 2 grams of food every day. Find the amount of food eaten by this swamp in 1 week. So 1 week we have 7 days. So let's first find out how much food does each locust eat. So each locust eats 7 times 2 grams of food every week, which is 14 grams. Now, how much does a swamp eat? The swarm eat for this week. So 14 times 1 billion. So they will eat 14 billion grams of food every week. Now you have to find your answers in kilograms, so divide by 1000. So that will be 14 times 10 power 6. Answer needs to be standard form. That will be 1.4 times 10 power 7 kg. And this will be your answer for part B. Question number 18. So we have 5x minus 2 equal to 1. So find the value of x. So 5x will be 1 minus 2, which is minus 1, plus 2, which is plus 3. X will be 3 over 5. Now for this one, minus y is less equal to 1 minus 3. Minus y is less equal to minus 2. Y will be, so when we have negative here, we have to change the sign. That will become 2. Y bigger than 2. Now, when we have this, we have to first cross multiply. We have 3, 2t minus 1 equal to 4, 1 minus t. 6t minus 3 equal to 4 minus 4t. So if you send this here, we have 6 plus 4t, 10t equal to 7. T equal to 7 over 10 or 0.7. This will be your answer for part C. Moving on to question 19. A sequence of diagrams is made using black and white counters. Okay, as you can see here, this is the black and white counters of each diagram. The number of black and white counters is shown in this table as well. So now, let's find the patterns. So part A, complete for 5 and 6. So as you can see, for the number of white, it is, for 1 is 1, 2 is 4. It is the square numbers. 3 is square, so this will be 25 and 36. So the square number of each of them. And for this one, as you can see, it is, so it is 9 minus 3 is 6, 16 minus 4 is 12, 4 minus 2 is 2, 1 minus 1 is 1. So this minus this will be 20, this minus this will be 30. So that is your part A. Now part B, write an expression in terms of n for the white counters in the nth diagram. So this is pretty easy. If this was n, this will be n squared. Now, by considering the number of patterns in the table, write an expression in terms of n for the number of black counters. So black counters, as we have noticed, it's this minus this. So it will be n squared minus n. Now part D, what is the total number of counters in the 20th diagram? So we have to find number of white. So 20th will be term 20. Let's find how much there is for the white. So 20 square for the white, that will be 20 times 20 will be 20 times 20. That will be 400 for number of whites. How about black? Black will be 400 minus 20. That will be 380. So total is 400 plus 380. 780 will be your answer. That is question 19. Question 20. Here are the equation of 4 straight lines. So line 1 till line 4. Which 2 lines are parallel? So if you want to find parallel lines, you have to find the gradients. So if the gradients are the same, it means that they are parallel. So this will be, let's write everything down in forms of y equal to mx plus c. So this is good. This will be y equal to minus x plus 2. This is good. And this is y equal to 3 over 2 plus 4. Okay, so which 2 lines have the same gradient? So this line and this line. So the line 1 and line 3. Now part B, which 2 lines intersect the y-axis at the same point? So the y-intercept. So we have to find the value of c. which are the same for the two lines. So let's find out which one has the same value of C for the two lines. So this one is 2. As you can see, this one is 4 and this one is 4. So same y-intercept, so line 1 and line 4. Now for part C, which line passes to the point? This and this. So let's find the gradient of this 2 points. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. The gradient is equal to, we use a formula which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That will be 4 divided by minus 4 will be minus 1. So which line has gradient minus 1? Here will be line 2. So your answer is line 2. And the last one is find the midpoint of the line segment joining these 2 points. So we have to use a formula for that. Midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2. So 1 plus minus 3 divided by 2, and 1 plus 5 divided by 2. That will be minus 2 minus 1, 3. Your answer will be minus 1, 3. Moving on to question 21. A group of 100 students were asked how many minutes each spent talking on their mobile phone in one day. So we have 100 students. So this one is the histogram summarizing this information. Now part A, using this, find the number of students who spent between 0 and 10 minutes. So find this area. So what is this? This is 1.5. So 1.5 times 10 will be 15. Okay, so frequency is equal to area of histogram or area under graph. Part B, estimate the number of students who spend between 25 and 65 talking to their phone. So 25 is well. 25 is here, and 65 will be here. So we have to find the area of this under. So two part. So this one has length. So 25, 65 will be 60 minus 25 will be what? 35. And height is, this is 0 0.5, 0 0.6, and this height will be 1.2. The base here will be what? Base is 5. So we have to add those two areas together to find the frequency, the estimation of the frequency. So one by one, this one is 35 times 0 0.6. So let's do that here. So 35 times 0 0.6, that will be 5 times 6 will be 30. 3 times 6 will be 18 plus 3, 21. One decimal place here, 21. So this is 21. And this one will be 5 times 1.2. So 5 times 1.2, that will be 60. One decimal place, 1, 6. This will be 6. So we have to add both together. That will be 27. So estimation will be 27 people speak between this much time. Now, part B. A pie chart is drawn to represent the information shown in the histogram. Calculate the angle of the sector that represents who spent these two. So these two, they spent 15. So 15 people spent talking between 0 and 10 minutes. So total number of people is 100. So 100 times 360 for the pie chart. So 0, 0, divide by 5. That will be 2, 3, 1, 18. So we have 3 times 18 for the angle. That will be 54. 54 degrees will be the angle of the sector. move on to question number 22. We have 1 over b equal to 1 over c plus 1 over d. Evaluate b when c equal to this and d equal to this. So we just have to replace in the equation. 1 over c is this plus 1 over 8. So we first look at this part here. So let's solve this. Find the LCM. 3 times 8, cross multiply 8 plus 3. That will be 11 over 24. So here we have 11 over 24. So we just have to cross multiply. We have 11b equal to 24. So b equal to 24 over 11. That will be your answer for part A. Part B, rearrange the formula to make d the subject. So here we have 1 over b equal to 1 over c plus 1 over d. So how do you make d the subject? So we send this one over here. We have 1 over b minus 1 over c equal to 1 over d. Now, if you want to solve this part, we will have c minus b, bc equal to 1 over d. Cross multiply, we have d times c minus this equal to bc. So d bc divided by c minus b. So your answer will be bc divided by c minus b will be d. Moving on to question 23. The diagram shows the speed time graph of a car traveling between two road junctions. This is a speed time graph. Now part A, calculate the retardation of the car between this time and this time. So 48 will be here and 58. So what is the distance of the base? It will be 10. And what is the height? The height is 15. So as we know that when we have a speed time graph, the retardation is the gradient of triangle, which is height by base. Height is 15 divided by 10, that will be 1.5. Now part B, by drawing a tangent, estimate the acceleration of the car when time equal to 8. So let's go to the graph. Let's find 8. 8 will be here. So let's find the point. 8 will be this point. We have to draw a tangent to this point here to estimate the value of the acceleration. So let's just draw a line here and find 2 points on this line. So the first point that I have is, I will choose this point, 0, and that is what? This is 2.5. So 10 square is 5, 1 square is 0.5, so 2.3, 3.5. And I will choose this point here. This one will be 13 and 15, 13 and 15. So let's find the gradient of this line. So first point is 0, 3.5, and 13 and 15. So gradient will be equal to 15 minus 3.5 over 13. Estimate that will be about what? So that will be about 11.5 over 13. That will be the gradient for this line. Now part C, calculate the distance traveled by the car between this and this. So time 15 will be where? Will be here. Let's draw a line. And time 58 will be here. So as you can see, we have to find area of this below this graph. This is a trapezium, so this length here will be what? This is 15 to 58. So 58 minus 15, that will be 3, and that will be 4. So this length is 43. And what is this top length? Will be what? This is 48. So 48 minus 15 will be 33. And what is the height in between? It is 15. So let's find the area of trapezium. So half times sum of both sides will be 33 plus 43 times height in between will be 15. So simplify, half of 76 times 15. So 1. That will be 3, 1, 8. So 38 times 15. What is the answer? So 38, 15, 1 by 1. So 8 times 5 is 40. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 4. That will be 19. Cut 0, 8, 3. So it becomes 0, 7, 1, 5. So 5, 7, 0 will be the answer for part C. That is your question number 23. Moving on to question number 24. So here we have in the diagram we have A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. So which means that this side and this are the same, and this are the same. X is a point on BC. X is a point on BC. Now we have AXY and DCY are straight line. So AXY and DCY are straight line. And we have all this length given to us. Now part A, show that triangles ABX and YDA are similar. So where's ABX? ABX, so this triangle, and triangle YDA, YDA are similar. So these two big triangles. So how do you show they are similar? You can show that all the angles are the same, or you can show that their corresponding sides are proportional to each other. So let's first find out what do we have here. Okay, so the first thing we can notice is that these two angles are the same, but look at this. So if this is a straight line and this is also a straight line, let's extend them to find if we have any alternate angles corresponding to each other. So extend those two lines. Also, these two lines are parallel as well. Let's extend them to see if we have any alternate angles as well on this side. So here we have to observe and take your time to know which angle might be the same or not. So as you can see, for these two lines, the interior angle here is equal to this angle. Let's call it angle Y. Y is equal to angle Y. And then for the next part, so we found that this angle here will be the same as this angle, but that's okay. Let's find something else first. What else can we have? So these two are in the same direction. It means that this angle is equal to this angle. This is angle, let's name it angle D, is equal to this angle, and this angle here is interior angle of this, so this also will be angle D. And now, and if this is YD, we know this will be 180 minus this 2, so let's call it angle X. So this 2 will be the same because they are vertically opposite to each other. So if this is X, so by this is the same direction line and this is joined by the same line, it means that X will also be X here. So as you can see, we have proven that all the angles in triangle ADY is equal to all the angles in triangle AXB. So let's just write this down. We can just write 2 points. Angle, let's say angle XAB, which is this angle, is equal to this angle here, which is angle AYD equal to AYD. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Now for the next one, let's say we have angle D, ADX, or you can just say yeah, same thing, whatever, ADX equal to angle ABX is equal to angle ADY. Reason why is because alternate angles and similar triangle to CXY. So as shown above. Okay, so that is the two answers you need. So if you know two angles of a triangle, it means that the other one is equal by basically by assumption, because you always have 180 for sum of three angles of a triangle. That was 24. So moving on to part B, calculate the length of AY. So what is AY? AY is this length, AY. So let's find out how do you find the length of AY. So AY is opposite to the angle D. What is D here is length of 7. So we can write down this for now. We say that the length of AY divided by the length of 7, because they are both opposite angle D. And what side do we know? We know X, so is equal to X. X is 8 plus 4, which is 12, divided by same thing, X will be 8. So AY will be, so let's simplify this. We have divided by 4, we have 2, 3. So 321 divided by 2, that will be 10.5. So the length of AY will be 10.5. Now CX, find the length of CX. So same thing here, you have to use the rule. So CX angle Y is CX. So angle Y again will be 9. And then equal to, we know the angle X is 4. X will be 8. So CX will be, this is 1, 2. So 9 over 2 will be 4.5. CX will be 4.5. So here just always you have to use similarity to find the side and angle. So you have to compare the corresponding side. So X corresponding side, Y corresponding side. You have to equate them and find the values by cross multiplying. So that will be question number 24. Question number 25. Here we have f of x is equal to 6x squared minus x plus 3. Part A, find this. We have to replace the value of x by 2. So f2 equal to 6, 2 squared minus 2 plus 3. That will become 6 times 4 minus 2 plus 3. That is 24 minus 2 plus 3. That is 22 plus 3. That will become 25. Now part 2, f of minus 1, that will become x by minus 1. So 6 minus 1 square minus minus 1 plus 3. That becomes 6 plus 1 plus 3. That becomes 10. Now part 3, find the values of x for each. This becomes this. So let's equate this equation. So f of x is this equal to 5. So 6x squared minus x, bring this over here, we have plus 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So 6x squared minus x minus 2 equal to 0. So now we have to factorize to find the value of x. So what is 6x squared? It is 3x minus times 2x, and 2 is 1 times 2. So where should we put 2 and 1 to find minus 1? So we put 1 here and 2 here. So here we have 4, so minus 4 plus 3. So 3x minus 2 is 0, so x will be 2 over 3. 2x plus 1 is 0, so x will be minus 1 over 2. So your answer will be minus 1 over 2 or 2 over 3. Now part B, write down and simplify an expression for this. So we know f of x is equal to 6x squared minus x plus 3. Replace the value of x by a plus 1. That will be 6a plus 1 squared minus a plus 1 plus 3. That will become 6a squared plus 2a plus 1 minus a minus 1 plus 3. Expand, you have 6a squared plus 12a plus 6 minus a plus 2. So simplify this. So let's write this first. 6a squared remains the same. Minus 1 becomes 11a plus 8. So this will be your answer for part B. Okay, so that was the last question of this paper. And again, if you guys have any questions or comments or requests, leave a comment down below. And just as a pointer here, again, a note to let you guys know that the most important thing about those questions right now is not the answers, is understanding how you get the answers. So right now, when you do practice, understand how you have the answers. So on that note, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.